Hello everyone, so this is something a little bit different that I've not done before, as you can tell from the screen. I'm just trying it out. I wanted to make a gaming video for a while now, and it's something that has always interested me. I made the character who is living here a couple of days ago, and I wanted to start off his life. I have put him into this place. It was quite cheap, but now I need to build his house. In The Sims 4, there are 3 base worlds. There is Willow Creek, which was the first one. There's Willow Creek and Ocean Springs, which were the 2 base ones, and then there's Magnolia Promenade, I'm not sure which was added with the Get to Work expansion pack that came out a couple of days ago. I chose the Ocean Springs world because I've not used it before, and I thought it would be interesting to see because there's different lots than what you find in Willow Creek. Okay, so now let's get down to business, and also let's build Alex a house. A little bit of background information on Alex Lexima. I made him in The Sims 2 originally. He was my legacy family sim, which was the idea of like having, I think it was 30 generations of a family. I think I managed to get to 5 at the most. Just for a change, just made him. Let's just pause it for a second. I feel like he's more suave and sophisticated now. He's got a little hat, which I think is really cool. I've never given Alex a hat, so it's something different. I've made him a family-orientated sim. Oh, wrong tab. So he's family-orientated, cheerful, childish, and domestic. This is because his lifetime aspiration is to have a successful lineage. So basically, he wants to have a family because the idea with this sim and this household is to try and make Alex become another legacy sim and to have a family. Okay, now we've got that over and out of the way, let's build Alex a house. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so I've not built a house for a while in The Sims, so I'm just gonna have to trust my judgment and hopefully the lot won't be too big. I always have a habit of making the houses far bigger than they need to be. So I'm going to try and resolve that issue this time by I might make it wider than normal. Okay, so this is his little house. I'm going to just do a separated bedroom and bathroom for the time being because, well, they don't really need to have much more. It's easy to have a kitchen, dining room, and also the living room all as one house. With the new expansion pack, there's new doors and windows. I think I'm just going to find a pretty basic door to have as a front door. I don't really think there are any overly amazing, but there's always a couple that are better than others. I found one earlier for a different house. I think it's this one. Ahaha. Nope. So that's his wonderful new front door. Giant window in so all the nosy neighbours can see what it is that he's up to. I think just your standard sort of doors in there. Okay, so Alex is a new guy. He's suave and sophisticated. So let's try and match into that. I think the best way to separate a kitchen off from the rest of the house is to use different tiles. So let's go for this one. Nah, let's not go for pink. He's a man. Although some men do like pink, but I don't think pink tiles is a good thing for a kitchen. Or something neutral. Something that's not going to clash horribly with the rest of the house. Because, come on, let's face it, we don't want them. Alright, I'll just make that as well. And maybe for the rest of the house. Oh, this is nice. It'll work. I feel like the kitchen space is a little bigger than I planned it. Well, I initially thought it to be. Okay, you want a bedroom colour, so you want one that you're going to be able to sleep with, and it's not going to be too in your face. And for the bathroom, who knows? Tiles or lino? We all know that some lino is good. That's a good colour. It's a nice neutral bathroom. Obviously there's no windows in the house yet, but let's rectify that. Let's put some windows in. What is the cheapest windows we can find? Because obviously Alex doesn't have a lot of money to start off with, buying all these things for his house. Should we have some nice windows? Better. Two. Some people are going to be screaming at the lack. Like to match the windows so that the same sort of place as. Oops. I'd like to have like perfectly surrounded windows. Okay. So for the bathroom, let's go for some tiles. Those are a bit extreme, so we'll go for like a grey colour. Just a nice neutral sort of colour for the room. And maybe wallpaper. I do like this wallpaper. This is one of my favourite wallpapers in The Sims 4 so far. It is just like a really standard sort of flower print with a wooden panelling. It is such a good colour, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. It goes well with the wood, it goes well with the tiles. Now let's just find something more sophisticated for Alex's bedroom. Do we want a modern brocade? Brocade? Not very good at pronouncing words today. He's got a rather neutral bedroom, so we want some sort of neutral wallpaper to match. That's a good one. That's a good neutral wallpaper. Now we need to put the outside of the house, so we'll find some siding and some brickwork that looks pretty snazzy. Masonry maybe? Okay. Do like this masonry. That's a good one. The walls. Here we go. Oh, that's a nice little house. That looks good. It's not done there. Let's make sure it's done the back. Apparently it's going to do the back of the house. There we go. That's sorted. The house is now done. Apart from needing a roof. Which we'll come to. We should before I forget. I am really bad at putting a roof on. I always forget that a house needs a roof. Maybe have a normal roof. I don't know what a half roof is. Put it in the middle, drag it out a bit, I suppose. Whoa, that roof is getting a little bit extreme. Okay. And then put another roof. Can you turn it around? Don't think you can turn it around. Maybe that's the one I wanted. I feel like I brought the wrong roof in. Oh well. I can change that at another date. No, I don't need to worry. Okay, so let's put this back in like this. So now we need to give him some furniture because it's not so great having him living in a house with nothing to go by. The most important thing I would say is giving him a decent bed. So we need to find the best bed that they have for cheap. Now we want one that's going to be comfortable, so we'll get this one. It's not too expensive, but it is probably going to be the most beneficial for him to start off with. Oh, look at that, it fits beautifully in with the room as well. So that's a nice little bed for him. Next we really should move on to a kitchen, because obviously we want a good stove, one that's not going to set fire to things, but we don't want a stove that's too expensive like that one. Probably not going to be great. This one maybe more so, and it's also slightly more reliable. Now the style of the kitchen means that any colour can really be acceptable here, so I'm going to go for a nice grey. And I'm not sure, I'm going to go cheap style of fridge, just because I don't think that we should spend too much money buying a decent fridge when he doesn't have a job. Probably not beneficial. So let's put some cheap sides in as well. And just a normal cheap sink. Let's find a good style for the sink. The standard sink. And we need to remember to put a smoke alarm in, because if we don't, the house could set on fire, and that could be potentially dangerous. Okay, so now the kitchen is done, apart from the dining room. We'll put in the bathroom. Again, we're just going to want some cheap things. Stuff that's not going to be breaking on him all the time would be helpful. We'll go for this shower because it has a discomfort release and relief even, but it also is quite useful. It's not too expensive, and just a standard sink that's probably not going to break, but they all seem to look like they're going to break, so we'll just go for a normal sink. Okay, so now we've got part of the bedroom done, the kitchen and the bathroom. So we're going to put in space sorted. So, because all the cheap TVs, these ones, because the cheap TVs are quite small, we're going to need a coffee table. So we'll just buy your standard coffee table, probably in a nice corner. Put it into the corner so it looks beautiful. We'll buy the cheap TV that we can, but so that it doesn't look too bad. This telly actually reminds me of one that I had when I was younger. Look how big it is, you don't see those made anymore. Okay, we're going to want a nice cozy settee, one that can be sat on in comfort. Oh god, green. Kind of want one that matches with the theme of the room. Is there any that match with the theme? There's a brown. I think that's the one. Matches the colour of the TV. I feel like because it's a wooden floor, we should put a nice rug in. See? Oh, that looks quite good. A nice little rug to go in between. Now, obviously, we need to put the dining room in. We don't want a table that's too big, and we don't want this too small, because we want to be able to come over, have some food, because the family sim is going to want a family at some point. So let's try. We'll go for this one. It's not too expensive, and it looks pretty cool as well. And he's not going to need anything bigger than this at the moment. But he's probably going to want a chair that's quite comfortable. So let's go for this one. Apparently 4 people can sit at that table, but I don't know how many can actually eat at that table. We'll have to just wait and see with that one and see if it actually promises as much as we want it to. Okay. Now one of the most important things is being able to get a decent bookcase. We don't want the sim Alex to not be able to cook, so we're going to want a bookcase that will give him cooking skills. So we'll just get this cool little one. I wish that you could put things in properly. Like, it has to go there, and I feel like it's such a waste of space. Let's put it next to the living area. Turn it around. Let's have it like that. So it's a nice little living area that they've got. And maybe because we still have the cash, we can buy him a nice standard little table with a cheap laptop computer. Let's get the cheapest computer you can. It's so unreliable, but at the same time it will help him with certain jobs. And let's get the black office chair. Oh, this house is perfect. Oops, probably could do with a mirror. We could either have one in the bathroom over the sink. Let's see. We don't want this expensive one. Love that one. Oh, now he can brush his teeth in the bathroom as well. Well, that's pretty much what you need in your standard little house. You could also add a cabinet or a dresser if you want one for the bedroom, just to give it that little bit of extra something. It also means if there's any sort of objects that he finds that he wants to keep, he can put them in his bedroom. He's also got space at the desk to do that as well. I think that's quite a nice little house that we've made for Alex. It's not too big, it's not too small, it's for people to come around and visit, and it's got a decent bed and a decent oven so we can eat food and sleep without having too many problems. I don't think there's really much more we can add to this. I feel like I should move this window. That's even frustrating me. There we go. That's slightly better. Okay. Well, Alex's little house is now ready for him to live in. Is there anything else we can add? We could potentially add an easel or some musical instruments or something. Oh, I forgot about this. You can now do photography. That is pretty cool, and I am slightly tempted to have him do that. Okay. Some of the extra money I have, I'm going to buy him an easel, because having an easel is so helpful if you want to be able to make some extra money on the side and you don't want it to take too long. I think that Alex has a nice little house, and I think I'm going to leave it here. So if you like this video, then let me know, because if this video gets a lot of support, then I think I might start my own gaming channel, because it's something that I've been interested in doing for the last couple of years or so, and I've never really gotten around to doing it. Also, if you want to see more of my videos, don't forget to subscribe to be able to see them, and I hope you're well, and I shall see you all next time. Bye!